What up, gang? Fico here, back for another weekly watch list call. I'm unable to have the service necessary in order to show my face on camera, but nonetheless, we're going to bring you a fire watch list this week. Now, I want to just give you an update of where we are at and what we put the group in and onto weeks ago with SPX. If you follow me and you know my teachings, you completely understand that what is swingable is day tradable. So the moment we are able to identify some heavy hitters like SPX, SPY, QQQ, once you understand that over 85% of market movement occurs after hours, you're never going to want to chase things intraday. The only reason why you are not swinging trades is because you are not confident in your decision making because you don't know where price is going. It's not hard to pay attention to. Stick with us. Ask the questions in the comments below. We will answer them when we go live. We want you to be confident and independent of anyone else's call outs or trade signals because majority of them are trash. I had to roll 4420 August 18 on SPX and 4400 on SPX because we blew those targets completely out of the water. Here's what I put them onto. August the 2nd, I just pointed out something very, very simple. We were setting up a 2-2 reversal on the month after an aggregated 2-week trigger. Whether or not your software would have showed you this reversal is completely predicated upon what software you were using because they do not all show the same 2-day, 3-day, 2-week, and so forth. Now, this is why I teach aggregation is very important so you can pay attention to what your eyes show you, because the indication of what they're trying to do with price action is always right there. Very, very simple. Now, the first thing that you want to pay attention to whenever it comes to this is ask yourself, if price reverses here and hits target, what's going to make the next highest time frame look like? That will let you know. So if we go ahead and pull straight into SPX, we were stuck in a channel. It's the same with SPY. We rotated out of this, went and retouched 50% of the week back-to-back weeks. We know we're strong and we know that the sellers held equilibrium or the buyers just really stopped being aggressive. For every buyer, there has to be a seller, right? So it doesn't mean that they were just selling like crazy because somebody had to buy. It just means that their buying was less aggressive. It's an auction process, ladies and gentlemen. If they're gonna ask for a better price, then the demand is not as high as you'd want it to be for the market to go up. It's not complicated. So if you look at that move coming into the week starting August out, we showed a actionable 3-week shooter. It's aggregated. Software's not going to show you that unless you really went searching for it. So if you don't see it, you don't got it. You can't rely on the scanner to scan for something that it's not going to find. This is the reason why you were not in SPX or SPY short and why you never stayed in no setups. The first thing you want to pay attention to coming into this week, at least for myself, is going to be full-blown XLV. XLV is showcasing some amazing movement to the downside. Remember, a couple weeks ago, I tried to showcase that we were stuck at the top of this channel. We got to move the chart back out. So we had this movement coming into the high. We had a 2-2 reversal or a 2-1-2 reversal on the month to the upside. We hit that target very quickly. Now we're setting that movement back to the downside. We know J&J pretty much holds what this sector moves and what it looks like. But what has my attention just simply due to the setup in the sector is going to be GSK. Look at this. With the months, we are double inside months. We are below weekly and monthly point of control, but it's the week that has me intrigued. If you use aggregation, your software might show you this on a 2-week chart, but we are going to be opening a 2-week inside shooter. Dead. We already know what this pattern is. We know price action has been squeezing range tighter and tighter. We're headed into the lows, ladies and gentlemen. The returns on this coming out of that trigger below the level of 34.44 got my attention. Movement on things that I put you onto last week, like Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree had a trigger at 146.63. Cash down to the downside, still in swings. movement on things like Dollar General, cash, through trigger, slight retracement, hit target, movement, going to be keep moving down to the lows. Things like WBA, I gave you that one straight up, flood, straight to the lows, and even greater than any return that we could have ever pointed out, 2,600%. That was the move right there. We have a lot to talk about. Boss Gang VIP and Mr. Check My Resume have some fire for you. Keep trading hard. You're a winner. You're a profitable trader. Before I make way for them, I just want you to know, if you don't understand anything about what I'm talking about, actionable signals, time frame continuity, universal truths, and all of that jazz, listen, in 1 week, I'm opening the doors for the most transformative 5-day change your life trading event and challenge on planet Earth. Absolutely free. If you want to come level up your trading, I'm only going to need an hour a day from you, a time commitment. More information will be coming out this week on my Instagram channel. You can get the link to that in the description below. We want nothing from you but to teach you so you can be more confident and independent from anyone else's call outs or trade signals. Boss Gang VIP, what you got for the gang this week?
What up? This is Boss Gang VIP. Let's get into our watch list for the week. The first ticker I am going to be looking at this week is Earthstone Energy, ESTE. I'm looking for a 2-2 week above $16.27. The next ticker I'm going to be looking at is EQT. On EQT, I'm looking at a 2-1-2 week above $43.59 on EQT. The next ticker I'm going to be looking at is Fastly. On Fastly, I'm looking for a 2-2 week above $19.80. The next ticker I'm looking at is COP, ConocoPhillips. I'm looking for a 3-1-2 week above $118.03. The next ticker I'm going to be looking at is MRK. On MRK, I'm looking for a 2-2 day above $109.50. The last ticker I'm going to be looking at is another healthcare ticker for this week. That is BMY, Bristol Myers. I'm looking for a 2-1-2 day above $62.58. If you have any questions, make sure to put them in the comments below. Make sure to follow me on social media, Boss Gang VIP everywhere. And if you haven't already, visit us at www.alphapacktrading.com. Always remember to buy low, sell high. Looking forward to having a great week.
Yo, what's good with it, Pack family? This your boy, Mr. Check My Resume. I'm here to bring you my watch list for the week of August the 21st. So without any further delays, we're going to get right into it. So the first one on my list we're going to get into here is going to be a short play here. We're looking at AT&T, looking for a downside move. We had a little bit of green on Friday. Looks like, in my opinion, a TTO on this downward trend that we're on. We're also close to potentially taking a month down, 2 down on the month. So I'm looking at a potential entry on the week here, looking for a 2-1-2 to the downside. Looking at some levels I believe we have here of, what's this, 13.95 is our low. So we're about 10 cents away from target. And I'm looking to take this one, maybe take a swing and swing this one down to try to take out those previous lows of 13.43. So I may put a little time on those contracts and see if I can get some magnitude here on that one. Maybe I can take out 2 down on the month. But I'm really looking at going back to these monthly broadening formations near where the lows were of 13.43. So we can pinpoint some levels on the downside on the way down to track it if you want to take some shorter term, but really looking at this opportunity here to take advantage of AT&T. So that's the first one I have. The next one on my list I want to get into is J&J. I want to talk about the healthcare sector a little bit. Looking at an inside week here on J&J. The thing with J&J that I'm looking at here is really about this thing coming in contact with the yearly broadening formation Friday, really showing some nice price action to the upside from that. And we closed right here, right at the point of control on the day at this 172.49 level. So I'm looking for some continued price action to the upside. Maybe we can get a rev strat on the day back to the upside here at a level above 173.99 on Monday. But ultimately, I'm looking for the week trigger, looking at this as a TTO back to the upside. So I'm looking at a level of 175.60 to take J&J back up. And then I'm looking for some levels around 178, close to 179 for an initial target. Then from there, maybe 181.50 in that range or something like that. So that's the next one I have on my list. Looking at J&J, we are in full time frame continuity on the month and the quarter, and we'll be taking a year back green here pretty soon. So that's J&J. Next one I want to get into is ET. We call it extraterrestrial here in the pack. So we're looking at ET energy sector play. We had a outside week a couple weeks ago, had a retracement off that broadening formation with a couple weeks of downside movement. So then last, I believe it was Monday or so, Tuesday, we kind of hit this quarterly broadening formation and then just kind of ripped to the upside from there. And then on Friday, we had a very strong bullish inside day. So we're looking for a couple things here. First off, we're looking for a bullish continuation on the day here above $13 flat. Really fun thing about this one here is that we also have a week trigger to take us a rev strat on the week at $13 as well. So we've got two time frame triggers at the same level as well. We're 2 down on the month, so you could prepare yourself for potentially a rev strat next month. And we're looking at a level of 1333 as the high of the month right now, and we'll take the month back green at 1330. So be looking out for ET to continue its move to the upside, and I'm looking for a level about 1330. So if you're taking these entries around this time, you may want to target that 1330 level and not play with that month level trigger. So then next one I have here on my list, we're gonna keep it rolling, you guys. We're gonna go into the tech sector, and we're gonna look at D-Dog. So we know we've had a little bit of bearish activity. We had a gap down on D-Dog a couple of weeks back. So we came back with a strong inside week this week. So now we're potentially looking for a 212 reversal back to the upside here. We did have an outside day on Friday, so not looking for this to immediately trigger. We could have a little bit of retracement to start out the week, or we could have a little bit of, I guess you could say, consolidation, a little choppiness initially. So not looking for an immediate trigger, but we do have a potential here to get this thing back close to the $100 range, looking at 98.60. If we do trigger to the upside, there is more magnitude. If you want to take the gap fill move, you need to buy a little bit more time on your contract. But then we're looking at levels of like 104.77 to fill the gap. There is also a weekly level broadening formation in that range. So just be mindful of that and give yourself a little bit of time. So if you do get a little bit of retracement, you're not going to get the pull down on those contracts. So with that concludes my watch list, Pack Fam. If you want the full watch list, you got to be a part of the Pack Fam. So tap in with us. And with that, y'all have a great weekend. Peace.